Hello everybody, it's Larry and welcome to today's video. And I wanted to bring you one that's kind of an oldie but a goldie, something we did when we first started the channel. And some of the things we did back then, we just I wish I could have done that better or described it more or kind of realized how important it is for people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use a tree that we've got set up for the introductory series. It's a pretty simple tree and Jones family tree. It doesn't have much in here, just 15, 17 people as we get going. But I want to show you a feature, and that is the search feature. Now, if you're wanting to do it, I know a lot of people, they click search and they come up here in all collections and they got Charlie Jones. It's like, well, I can type in Charlie and it says Charlie Jones and it'll autocomplete, okay? And then you click your search and it gives you your search information. That requires, not to say that I'm lazy, let's call it efficient. So when I guess that's one of the things why I find things to cut and make it more efficient. I don't have a lot of free time, and so I want to maximize that. I want to get as many searches done, get as much things done as I can, as quickly as I can. So the way you do it is I like to work from the tree. So I'm going to click on Charlie Jones and see how it brings this up, and it brings up the search for Charlie Jones. Now, so that I don't have to click on search here and it brings me, onto that other page like we saw before, it's going to bring everything in. It's going to bring all the search criteria in that we had before, and Ancestry took this time of the video to make a thought. So anyway, so it brings us to the same page here with Charlie Jones, but it brought in all the information. So if I click edit search, you can see everything it brought in just like before. Everything that we did when it did the autocomplete. Now, there's a way to do it just a little bit faster. And again, it's all about efficiency, because if you're searching lots and lots of names, you might think that, making it faster by 10 seconds here or 15 seconds there doesn't mean a lot. But imagine if you had 1,000 names and each one you were able to say 15 seconds. Well, that's 250 minutes. That's 4 hours of additional time that you get. So the way to do it is when you click on Charlie Jones, right click on search, okay? And you can do open link in new tab. And so it comes up and it's going to bring it up into the new tab. The same search that we had done before has all that information here. Now, I don't have to do any clicks to go back to the next person I want to do. So if I want to do Robert B. Wright, I can click search and do that. And while it's thinking, I can actually be saying, oh, okay, and I also want to bring up Charles Harbaugh. So I can bring all these up at the same time. Okay, that one's still thinking, that one's done, that one's done. So there's the stuff for Charlie. I can find my stuff for Charlie. Now I can get the stuff for Robert E. Wright, and now the stuff for Charles Arthur. So I'm not waiting that 15 seconds. Remember that dramatic pause we took before? That wasn't an error. I wanted to kind of show that, hey, sometimes we're waiting on the computer, waiting on Ancestry, waiting on other things to respond. But there's things that we can be doing. We can be getting our information at the same time and literally saving hours and hours, not just 4 hours. That's just one example. But, I guarantee those of you who've got 10,000 people in your tree, you did more than 10,000 searches. You probably did several searches for each person. So imagine if you could save 15 seconds for every one of the people in your tree, how much of your life you'd have back to do other things or to do additional research. It adds up in ways that are tremendous. Now, I will say this, and I have done it. When I'm dealing with large trees, I've gone through here and done, you got to click on them first and do the right click, done the open new windows, open new windows. I've had so many open at one time that were open simultaneously, it thought I was a bot. And there's actually, you can get it to a message comes up and says, you need to reload the page. We couldn't find what you're doing for, or it kind of throws up this message, thinking that you're some external bot trying to grab their information. I've actually done the searches so quickly on Ancestry, it thinks that I'm a bot sometimes. But, here's Charlie, is Robert, and everybody that's up here, Loretta Smith, I can do that, right click. Now, let's look at it the other way. If I would have done that, I'd be waiting on this page, okay? And then I want to go back, I'd be clicking on tree, going to my tree. And then I'd be clicking on the next person and clicking search again. So not only is it saving us 15 seconds for that initial search, it's also saving us another 15 seconds of going back and finding that next person. So all said and done, you're going to get 30 seconds to 1 minute per person that you're studying. 1,000 minutes, 10,000 minutes, however big your tree is, divide that out. This is Larry. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Click the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a penny. Click the bell notification. You'll be notified when the next one comes out. And if you're not a supporter on Patreon and you find these videos useful at all, this one's going to save you hours of your life. If that's not worth a little bit, I don't know what it is. But consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a dollar donation or support as a thank you for the video that you enjoyed is really helpful, and for us to bring you more videos on more topics and to bring these videos to other people. So consider supporting us on Patreon. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you again soon.